Morning, all. All right, so we're going to talk about last night's games. We're going to take a quick look at what's going on tonight, who's playing against who. Relatively busy last night and tonight. So last night we saw Carolina go in and beat Florida 5-2 on the Carolina side of things. Ponomariev with a goal. I believe it's Ponomariev. Anyways, that's the way it was being pronounced when he was being drafted. If that's changed, I'll figure it out early on in the season, especially if he makes the team. Ronta had 20 saves on 21 shots, so appears to be in good form. That's good. Bennett had a goal for Florida in the loss. Bobrovsky, 23 saves on 28 shots. But as I keep saying, it's preseason. It's not a big deal. Although I'm seeing people making a big deal of preseason results, and I find it kind of funny. New Jersey in against the Rangers. The Devils won that one 5-2. Dougie Hamilton with a goal and 2 assists. Bastian with a goal and an assist himself. Lafreniere had a goal for the New York Rangers. Shesterkin saved 22 out of 25 in the portion of the game that he played. So again, not a huge deal, but New Jersey fans, if you guys want to get excited about how things have gone in the preseason, sure, why not? Winnipeg beat Montreal 4-3. The story out of that one, Brad Lambert with a goal and an assist. Brad Lambert's skill is there, and if the Winnipeg Jets can find a way to make that, consistently obvious and make it so that he really is from game to game that consistent of a player, he could end up being a steal where they drafted him. Riddick had 9 saves on 10 shots. He, of course, expected to be the backup. Gallagher had a goal and an assist for Montreal. He needs to have a bounce-back season. Caulfield had a goal and an assist. I think the perfect scenario for Montreal is have a rough season, end up drafting first overall, and have Caulfield score 40-plus goals, right? There you go. Primo saved 11 out of 14. Highly likely he is targeted for Laval. Nashville and Tampa, I have not looked at all the transactions that have taken place yet today, so there's a possibility there's players that have already been demoted that I'm talking about. These things happen. Nashville shut out Tampa Bay 2-0, so clearly Tampa Bay's going to suck, right? That's what we're doing in the preseason. We're just overreacting. Leonard had a goal for Nashville, as did Niederreiter. Lankinen, 30 saves on 30 shots for the shutout. Honestly, Lankinen's having a pretty good preseason. Elliott, 29 saves on 31 shots for him. So both goaltenders, both backups, have good performances. Columbus loses to St. Louis 4-2. The bright spot in that loss for Columbus, Chinakhov with both goals. If he can have some puck luck to start the season, he could have a very good year. Chinakhov, the work ethic was always there with him last year. Just the puck wasn't going in the net. Lalonde saved 9 out of 9 in net. Highly unlikely he's starting the season in Columbus, though. On the St. Louis side, Achari and Pitlick both had 2 assists. Grace saved 23 out of 25 in the St. Louis net. So that's good news as well, with Grace being the projected backup for St. Louis. Minnesota went in and beat Dallas 5-2 last night. On the Minnesota side, Jost, who's scoring. I think he had a couple of goals in the game before this. He had 3 assists last night. Rossi with a goal and an assist. Of course, Marco Rossi being counted on to make the team. And Wallstead saved 33 out of 35. So really it hits all the marks that you want as a Minnesota fan. And I mean, if Wallstead ends up earning himself a job ahead of Gustafsson, then what? Anyways, Lundqvist had a goal for the Dallas Stars in the loss. Hudobin saved 23 out of 28. We know Hudobin's likely going to end up on the waiver wire if he hasn't already this morning. Seattle, Vancouver, as I mentioned last night. I was there. I did the review while we were driving home. Seattle came back from 3-1 down, won the game 4-3 in overtime. On the Seattle side, Wright with his first assist in the NHL. It's preseason, though. That gets wiped out in about a week's time. Jones saved all 15 shots in relief, and he was sharp. On the Vancouver side, Kuzmenko with 2 goals and an assist. He very nearly had the hat trick, didn't quite get it. Silovs in relief, 8 saves on 11 shots, and I would be very surprised if he doesn't get demoted within the next couple of days. There was some discussion about whether or not Martin or Silovs may end up being the backup. And just because there's never really that certainty until it happens, but I'm going to go out on a limb and say Silovs is headed for Abbotsford, which is okay. Up and down performances from him last year, too. And it just happens with a young goaltender. So today's action, starting at 6 Eastern, 3 Pacific, the Tampa Bay Lightning and Nashville Predators meet for the second time in 2 days. The New York Rangers will be in New Jersey against the Devils at 4 o'clock Pacific, 7 o'clock Eastern. At that same time, Toronto will be in against Ottawa. So there you go, the Battle of Ontario. 7:30 p.m. Eastern, 4:30 p.m. Pacific, the Detroit Red Wings at home against Washington. An hour and a half after that, 9 o'clock Eastern, 6 o'clock Pacific, Calgary will be in against Edmonton. So, Battle of Alberta tonight. Then at 10 o'clock Eastern, 7 o'clock Pacific, San Jose in against the Anaheim Ducks. And San Jose will also be playing in against Vegas because they're doing a split squad. That kind of threw me off because I thought it seems kind of late in the preseason for a split squad game, but here we are. So let me know your thoughts in the comment section below, as always. Which player earned a spot in the NHL this year with their performance last night, and which one do you think cost themselves a spot in the National Hockey League with their job last night? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below, as always. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe. If you're browsing your way through, you just happened upon this video. Thank you guys so much for your support, for watching, and hey, I will talk to you again soon.